So let's start. So in a last class, we have seen the different cases of the transmission line, and particularly the focus was around this relation, which is Z in is equal R naught ZL plus J R naught tan beta L divided by R naught J ZL tan beta L. Fine. So this was the focus, and around this formula, we developed four different cases, if you remember. And what we concluded that at the different segment of the transmission line or different electrical lengths will be going to contribute as a capacitor or inductor in a microwave circuit. Fine. And further, we also got the idea about the quarter wave section and half wave section, and it was a really very important outcome from the quarter wave section analysis that you can transform your impedance from short to open to short. And for half wave section, we have seen that the relation was Z in is equal ZL. So this is one of the important relation, like when you have the lambda by 2 line, so half section will not going to affect the things. So whatever the things at the load, you can see at the input side. So these are some important outcomes when we solve the problems. We'll see the things correct. Now, after that, we can develop a very nice relation. Actually, we have sufficient background right now. So what we have seen for ZL infinity, we have ZIO is equal Z naught cot hyperbolic gamma L. Fine. And for ZL is tending to 0, we have ZIS Z naught tan hyperbolic gamma L. So these are the relations we have already seen in a class. Now, from these two, actually, you can develop a new one, and like Z naught is equal to under root ZIO ZIO. Can we write? Yes, definitely correct. So if you see, this will be going to satisfy, or if you just multiply these two equations, these two relation, you are getting this thing. Fine. So now, if you have the impedance for open circuit and the short circuit, you can calculate this characteristic impedance. So this is a very important relation actually, and you're supposed to remember these things, because many times in a problem you will see the Z naught will not given actually, and it is given as what is the short circuit and open circuit impedance. So this is one thing, and from here you can also fix your gamma, which is propagation constant 1 upon L tan hyperbolic inverse under root ZIS over ZIS. So these are some relations actually. You will see that it's very useful. Now let us discuss a very important thing from this transmission lines, that now we are able to realize the different capacitance and inductance, fine, from the different electrical length of the transmission lines. Now, when we are realizing the microwave circuits, correct? So we require some kind of situation like resonator. How you will develop parallel or series resonance conditions. What we have seen in a circuit theory code. So For that, actually, we'll try to derive some of the impedance relation, and by which we'll try to find it out that how these formulas will going to help us to fix the resonance behavior, or how to construct the resonator actually. So let us start for lossy input impedance line with short circuit termination. This is the case we are going to analyze. Fine. So it means for ZL is equal 0. So let us discuss first one by one. Correct. So when I say this ZL is equal 0, so immediately you can write that input impedance will be like this. Fine. Immediately you can calculate. Now let us consider a case. Let's say case 1. What is this? I'm taking the transmission line length multiple of lambda by 2. Correct? It means what I'm saying, that n lambda by 2. Or if we calculate the beta L, this will be n pi. Okay. So it means that sine beta L will be 0. This is one thing. Now from this formula, what you can do, you can expand further and you can write like this: ZIS is equal to Z naught I'm just expanding these things, numerator and denominator, so that we'll get the idea that what we are going to do, plus j cos hyperbolic alpha L sine beta L. Please check I'm expanding correctly or not. J cos hyperbolic alpha L cos beta L plus j sine hyperbolic alpha L and sine beta L. So what I did actually, I just use this thing and I expanded like this. Okay, fine. Now the thing is, we already have the idea that sine beta L will be 0. So this part is going to be 0. Correct. So you can say this is 0 and this is also, this whole term is going to be 0. So finally you can write as Z naught tan hyperbolic alpha L. This is what? This is ZIS, input impedance, considering when the transmission length is multiple of lambda by 2. And of course, we started with the short circuit transmission line. Fine. Now, if I say here for low loss transmission line, so what I can write, alpha L must be very less than to 1. This was the condition we already have seen actually. Now this formula will become ZIS is equal to Z naught alpha L. Now what is this actually? Here this is very small, it's very less than 1, correct, and this is going to multiply with Z naught. Now if you recall the series resonance condition and the parallel resonance condition, so, and if you particularly quickly, if you recall, it's frequency versus impedance relation. So this is Z in, let's say, and this is omega by omega naught. So I'm drawing the two curve actually. One, another one is this, and this is like this. So this particular thing is corresponds to the series resonance, and this is for the parallel resonance. It means what? That at particular omega by omega naught is equal 1. This is 1 actually. Fine. When omega is equal omega naught, condition of resonance. So you are getting the minimum impedance, whereas for the parallel case, you are having the maximum impedance. Now, from this result, one can easily say this is for what? The series resonance, because here it depends the value of the complete value depend over the Z naught into alpha L, this multiplication. So alpha is alpha is very small actually, correct? So definitely we are getting the minimum, and this corresponds to the series resonance. It means what? We can conclude here that if the transmission length is multiple of lambda by 2 for short speed transmission line, so we can realize the series resonant circuit, correct? Now how we can define the parallel resonance circuits actually. So let us consider a case B, and this case B, what we will do, that will assume L is multiple of lambda by 4. It means what? That beta L will be n pi by 2, and n is odd here. Fine. So now it means what? That if you calculate the cos beta L, and it will be coming as 0. Now what you need to do? You need to recall that expansion. This expansion you're supposed to reuse, correct? And here if you see, this term will be 0. It means the first term will be 0, the second term will be remain, and the formula of the Z I is little bit changed here. And if you solve, so this Z I S will be Z naught over 10 hyperbolic alpha L. Now again, considering this alpha L is very small, correct? So we can write like this. This should be equivalent to Z naught over alpha L. Now if alpha value is very small, so we can expect the ZIS will be large, not infinity, it large, it will large. I'm not saying this is 0. Fine. Now what is this actually? This shows actually the parallel resonant condition for low loss transmission line. So this is what, please note down, this is condition for parallel resonance for low loss line, correct? Now fine, I believe there are not much issues with this, because we already aware this parallel and series. But the thing is, for what I did here, I try to relate it, these things with the transmission lines. This is, if we are actually making here the lumped model, that is why we are doing this sort of work actually, correct? And finally we are getting the benefits out of this. So let us discuss in detail that parallel resonance condition, correct? So I'm taking here for the case of parallel resonance.